Good morning. My name is Lori. Welcome to We Are Quilters, Blabfest number 5. Today's show is all about bow ties, snowflakes, and a Christmas gift. So let's get into it. On Wednesday, the block that was in my YouTube video was this lovely bow tie. Now, this one uses 2.5-inch blocks. This one uses 3.5-inch blocks. And the quilt behind me has blocks that are just in between these two sizes. So years ago, I participated in a swap, and the rules were very simple. You had to use muslin as your background fabric, and you had to use homespun as your bow ties. And I'm not sure what size these finished at, but I had a lot of them hanging around for a lot of years. The great thing about bow ties is that you can lay them out the same way you would lay out log cabin blocks. They can be laid out in those very specific lightning bolts and barn raising and all those formations, just like a log cabin block, and you get movement. So this is my husband's truck quilt. It rides in there full time, and here beside me are some pictures up close of the quilting. There is, in the bow ties, I did a swirl in the center, and then I made it look kind of like a candy wrapper. The backing along the edges where the border is, I did a wild looking swirl. I hope you can see this in the picture. And then the narrow border, I did jagged lines because there was so much swirl. I needed something that was the opposite in the quilting. And then, of course, there's a label because he made sure I had good toys so that he could watch football. I did swoop-de-loop-de in all of the background pieces so that it was fully quilted and there were no spots that could come undone. So that brings me to my next topic, snowflakes. Now, I am a retired teacher, so back in the heyday, before we could do remote learning, a snow day was a glorious thing, and everybody got a little bit of a brain break, and it was a fun time, a snow day or two. And so this is one of my favorite sweaters from when I was teaching. I mean, look at this embroidery on here. Fantastic snowflakes, fantastic. And I've even got the earrings. And let me pop up a picture of some of the jewelry I collected over the years. Fantastic, beautiful snowflakes. Now, you'll notice there aren't a whole lot of snowmen in there. Snowflakes are my favorites because they are actually 6-pointed. The center is a hexagon. So I love hexagons. I love snowflakes. And look at this pair of earrings. They are very powerful earrings. My friend gave these to me. They were hand pounded into the snowflake shape every time I wore them. We had a snow day that year that she gave them to me for Christmas. 20 snow days. Wow. And here in West Virginia, in the region that I live in, we don't have more than usually 5 snow days. So that was crazy amount of snow days. So I love snowflakes. Now that I've shared my jewelry collection with you of snowflakes, because, and this is all inspired by the weather forecast for tomorrow, because they are calling for a nor'easter, or they're not sure, but they have major snowflake on the brain going on. So it'll be a good day to stay in and sew. So let me share some of my house decorations. I put up more snowflake decorations than I had Christmas decorations because we traveled over Christmas. So I've got my little snow lantern hanging up here, and I've got some little snow lights from the Dollar Tree, and I have a tatted snowflake from my grandmother. I loved her dearly. She was a wonderful woman. I have her sewing machine too, and I sew on it frequently in honor of her. She tatted and crocheted. She was wonderfully talented. I have a couple snow signs because, I love snow. A good snow day was so restful. Felt like I was getting a bonus for having a day off. So, snow, snow, snow. Let's see what it does. Right now, it's clear, but the little birds are at the bird feeders going crazy. The last part of my video today is to highlight a Christmas gift that I gave. You saw it in several places before, but you didn't hear the story that went with it. My friend Diane said the best part of these sweet childhood memory quilts were the stories that went along with it. So I will not be showing my face. And this last part of the video was part of the Christmas gift along with the quilt to my daughter-in-law, Tracy. I had a great time making this quilt for her, and she was so thrilled. She was just the right amount of thrilled, so that she will get lots of quilts in the future because she shows the right amount of thrilled. And I know that she will take care of and love and cherish that quilt. So here is the quilt presentation for Tracy. I will pop in at the end to say goodbye. Merry Christmas! Welcome to the story of Tracy's Sweet Childhood Memories quilt. This quilt was designed by Pat Sloan as a free weekly quilt block. On the back center, you will notice Eiffel Tower fabric found at Vinnie's. Favorite fairy tale. Tracy said her favorite fairy tale was Rumpelstiltskin. You'll notice the wheat in the middle and the spun gold on the outside edges. BFFs. Tracy told a story about a sleepover and how they were very young and they made breakfast in the wee hours of the morning. Eggs and toast. They didn't actually cook anything, so the colors of breakfast. Next up, favorite book, Perfect the Pig. Now at this point, I couldn't find any pig fabric, but I did have butterflies, and Perfect the Pig flies. Bedtime routine. This block, she talked about bath at night and playing a game with her mom called You're the Washcloth. So in the center, there is textured fabric like a washcloth. Favorite song. Tracy's favorite song was the alphabet song. So there's alphabet fabric down through the middle. And I found some fabric with pigs with wings. Perfect the Pig made an appearance. Next up is Ride a Bike. Tracy said she had a pink and white glitter bike. I found some fabric with flames. I think bikes should have flames too. So this was perfect for a girl's bike. Movie time. Tracy said Cinderella, Snow White, anything Disney. So I found a Minnie Mouse to fussy cut And I used spiderweb fabric because Cinderella had to clean up lots of those. Nursery rhyme. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Favorite toy. Tracy and I agree on this toy. Barbie dolls. This dancing fabric with dancers on it just looked like something Barbie would do. Easter Sunday. Tracy says she remembers hunting eggs and having baskets. Lots of fun on Easter Sunday. Childhood home. Tracy talked about her childhood home that was made of red brick, and it had ivy growing up the trees, and there were big trees to climb. The best part of the story was the scandalous part about the neighbor kid who had the greatest tree house on the planet, but not for a good reason. Bad daddy. Favorite outdoor game. Now, I used Freezy Fabrics because Freeze Tag was Tracy's favorite outdoor game, but it definitely wasn't Freezy where she grew up. Fun school memories. Tracy talked about an astronomy tent a teacher had set up for them to look at things. I tried to quilt this so that the planets would pop forward. Favorite teacher. Tracy said her favorite teacher was Mrs. Bainey for English 4 honors. So since Perfect the Pig was a book, I used a piece of that and the alphabet song, and I complemented it with pink piggish fabric around it. Summer break. Tracy remembers climbing trees, so I used outdoor fabric, and everyone loves summer, so I used little hearts all around the outdoorsy type fabric. Fun holiday memory. Tracy remembers egg hunts at Easter time, so I used Easter fabrics, bunnies and Easter baskets, and pink fabric to complement. I did manage to quilt the word love in there. Favorite bedtime toy. Tracy said that she loved the stacking cups to play in the bathtub as part of bedtime routine. So I tried to mimic the colors of the stacking cups in this block. Last block, something you learned. Tracy said, never burn bridges. So if you look carefully, some of the garden fabrics in this block have bridges. Thank you for joining me today for Bowtie's, Snowflakes, and Tracy's Christmas gift. On Monday, we will be doing some time traveling, going back in time to put the binding on Tracy's quilt using machine for my tips and tricks. See you then. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the snow. Bye.